Let's take you to a demo session of Upswing Learning online classroom and just take you through how easy and effective it is to use. Let me log in. These logins will be generated at random. So this is how a teacher dashboard will look like. So here I have logged in into a maths teacher's login, and if it is a maths teacher, she'll be having all the timetables with her with respect to classes that she handle. Like for example, here we have got 8th grade maths for CBSE syllabus and the time of that class is 8 o'clock. So if I got one more session for the 9th grade which is at 10 o'clock, I'll be having one more tail over here which displays maths for grade 9th CBSE and it's at 10. So like this we can have different tails for the different dates based on the timetable that has been given to one particular teacher. To join a session, I need to click over here. Let me give the topic name. I click on start. It will take me to my whiteboard. I have to activate my microphone. Just wait for 2 minutes so that you get connected. Always make a note that teachers have to log in well in advance, at least 5 minutes well in advance, because until unless teachers join the session, student can't join that particular class. So teacher has to be on the platform so that student can join any particular class that has been activated. Right now my microphone is active but my camera is not active. I can activate my camera by clicking it over here. Allow. Start streaming. So my camera will be activated. Okay. So I do have a record button over here. This will allow me to record my class, which will be available for the students who have not attended my class for that particular day or that particular period. So this will allow me to record my session throughout without any issues. I can pause my recording as and when I want, and in case I want to resume it back after some time, I can resume it back. However, once this video is saved, it will be rendered as one video rather than into different parts of videos. So once it has been saved, once the class has been logged out, this total breakup of videos will be segregated, will be accommodated as one particular video and it will be available for the students to access at any time. Once you have started live streaming your videos, you can also notice that the students have joined the class, but the videos of the students are under the control of the teacher. So teacher can allow the student to activate their videos or it can be loud. So when I come to explain you with respect to the student control, I'll talk more detail about it. Right now I'll be discussing with respect to the controls of the whiteboard. So here, if in case you want to share your screen, that is your desktop, you can click on this, share your screen, click on entire screen and share. Moment you share a screen, you will be having a visibility of the screen like this. That means your screen has been shared. You can minimize your screen and start sharing your desktop with the student, and your desktop will be visible for the students, and you can share any Word document, any PPT available over there. In case you don't want to share your desktop but you want to insert any PPT or any video over here, you do have a plus button. Click on it. You can upload a presentation over here. Browse a file. So I do have already a PPT ready with me. Once you are uploaded over here, click on upload button. Yes. When I upload any presentation, I do have an option of giving download as an option also, so that students are allowed to download the presentation that is been uploaded for my presentation up on my whiteboard. Now, these are the keys which will help me to slide through the different PPTs that I have uploaded. Now, in case I want to mark anything on my presentation, I have these tools which are whiteboard tools. I can click on this. In case I want to mark a circle to highlight something, I can do that. In case I want to mark a triangle, I can mark a triangle. In case I want to change the width, I can change the width. I want to do an underline, I can underline it. In case I want to change the color, I can change the color. I can change the size. I can put a square. If I don't want to do anything, I want to delete something or undo something, I can click on this. It will undo the most recent one. If I click on the recycle bin, it will delete whatever activities that I've did on my screen. I do have an multi-user whiteboard function over here. Moment I click on it, I'll be giving this controls to my students. So right now here, whatever you can see, whatever activities are done, it is not done by me, but my students. I can get the control back. I can click on the delete button. Everything will get deleted. These are the main function that we have got with respect to the whiteboard. Once when you are discussing on the whiteboard, in case you want to share some notes with the students, you can click on share notes, and here you can type in any of the notes that you would like to share it with the students. These notes also can be exported later on, so that student want to keep it as an handout, you can give it as an handout. So you can put any notes that you want to share it with the student in the share notes. Similarly, we do have public chat. Public chat is when you want to throw out a question to everybody, like what is distance? So this is the question and I want to throw this out questions to everybody. So moment I put on this, till go, this question is available on everybody's chat. So everybody can answer this. So this is an general chat which is visible to all the students, and all the students can answer this question. Okay? But if you feel, if a teacher, when you are explaining this particular concept, if any student or any student has got a doubt for that matter, he can raise a hand to ask a doubt. For example, if you can see here, student 5 has raised his hand telling that he has got some doubt to be clarified. I can click on this student and I can have a private chat. This would be an one-to-one chat with the student. May I help you? So this chat would be an one-to-one with the student, and you can clarify any doubt the student has got by chatting to him one-to-one only. The next option that I have got is, once I have cleared any doubt with private chat, I have to clear the status. If I don't clear the status, if the student has got any doubts in future, he can't raise his hand. So it will not notify to me if he has got any more doubts throughout the session, that if he comes across. That's the first thing. As soon as you finished of clearing a doubt, make it a point to clear his emojis so that his status is clear and he can ask any more doubts in the future. We do have different functions also with the student, like I can make any student as a presenter. Moment I make any student as a presenter, if you can see all my whiteboard keys that I had got to use, it are all been banished from my login, and all these keys are available with the student one for whom I have made him as a presenter. So now he has got capacity, or he has got access to use my dashboard accordingly, and he can respond it. He can draw a graph, he can draw a circle, and he can start explaining it to the student. Similarly, I do have other options also with the student, like I can have make him as a moderator, or I can tell him no, take back my presentation, so I can get back my presentation controls back to me. Similarly, I have an option of locking him and removing him. Locking him means he will not have controls of activating anything. Maybe the speaker, maybe the asking any doubts or anything. So we will lock him forever. He can't do any activities. But with respect to the remove user, you will be removing that particular student from your live class that is going on. So you can remove the student forever. These are the controls which are with respect to individual student. But if you feel that you want to have the controls with respect to all the students at one go, here we have got an setting symbol or manage student symbol. When you click on it, whatever the activity that you do over here is applicable to all the students. If you want to mute all, everybody would be muted. If you want to unmute all, everybody would be unmuted. But the disadvantages of muting and unmuting over here is student has got capacity of unmuting himself even if you have muted him under this particular category. If you have to mute a student for a long time, and if you feel that they should not have control to unmute them, then you have to go to lock viewer. Moment you go to the lock viewers, you will have set of controls with you, like you can block the cameras so that anybody can't view anybody. So it will be only you who going to view all the student, but student can't view each other. Similarly, we can block the microphones so that student can't activate the microphones at all. You can block the public chat as well as the private chat. And finally, we can block the list. When we talk about the list, it is nothing but these student lists which are available. So the student knows who are present in the class or who are not present in the class. So all this can be set advisably. If you have a class at 10 o'clock, you need to log in at least 10 minutes early, that is 9:50, so that you can set all these things before student has logged in and it is ready, the platform is ready for the student to access. Once you click and apply, all these things will be applicable and the platform will be 100% ready for you to access. The next function that we have got is called as create breakdown classes. This is generally when you want to do any activities. So we can create the breakdown classes. It can be any number of classes. You can set the duration, maybe 10 minutes that you want, and you can manually shift the students for different classes if you want to do it manually, or if you feel that you want to do it at random, you can click over here, it will be done at random. You click on create, you will be having your breakdown classes ready. You can join any of the classes to understand what is happening in that class. You can have a discussion over here. You can try to find out what are the discussion that is happening with the students. You can discuss with the student and you can get the things done with the students. Similarly, you can go back and you can end the breakdown class also. Okay. Finally, once you have finished all the setting, once you have finished all your classes done, it's very important to know that how do you log out any session, ongoing session. If the time duration is given as 1 hour, automatically at the end of 1 hour, the class will get logged out. But it is always advisable to finish the class at least 2 minutes early, because If you don't end the session, whatever recording that has been done, it will not be saved. It is advisable for you to end the session. Once you click on the end session, whatever the recording that you have been done during your ongoing session, that will be available for the student in their login, or for that matter teacher in their login. I'll just show you where it will be available. Under this recording, whatever the recording is been done, all those recording will be available accordingly over here. So student can go to the presentation. With this being a teacher login, you have an option of deleting also, but in the student login, they will not have an option of deleting. Yes, but they can view at the presentation that has been recorded.